Hi, my name is Callie, or Callum, and this is my audition video for the Friday spot on Genderqueerchat. So I'm 20, and as you can tell from my accent, I'm from Scotland, and I go to university in a little town which is constantly on the verge of falling into the sea. I study English literature and I write poetry. And I'm also interested in sort of languages in general. I'm a bit of a language and philology geek, and I've got I don't really speak any other languages, but I've got little smatterings of French and Latin and Greek as well. And I'm also interested in baking and in tea. I'm a real fanatic about tea and all different kinds of tea. Don't get me started. I've been sort of actively exploring my gender for about a year now, and so that's when I discovered the word genderqueer, which I felt described perfectly the situation that I found myself in. And I started off, before I began actively exploring my gender, I was questioning kind of the system of gender in general by reading quite academic books like Judith Butler and Michel Foucault, which are very interesting, certainly, but don't do very much nourish the soul. If I could put it in as airy-fairy and poetic a way as possible. And I felt that rather than that very cerebral approach, what was much more helpful to me was when I discovered the genderqueer community on YouTube, and of course, at one of the kind of key nodes of that is Genderqueerchat, which is just a wonderful thing, and without which I don't think I would have become the person that you see before you today. I said on my last video on my channel that in my next video I'd be wearing my new dress, which I bought on Saturday, and I didn't anticipate that my next video, when I made that video, I didn't anticipate that my next video would be an audition for Genderqueerchat, but it is, and here I am wearing a dress. I'm also wearing tights, and the best thing about it is I am wearing my new shoes. Look at these. Look at them. These are to die for. But they're they're also very painful to wear because I'm a size 10, UK size 10, and these are size 9, so I'm kind of cramming my toes in the end. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm auditioning for Genderqueerchat, because it's helped me kind of blossom as a person, and I want to give something back. And I believe in the talking and the sharing, and I still have a lot to learn because I've only been out as genderqueer for 7 months, and I don't come out to everybody as a matter of course. It was just to people who were important to me and close to me in my life at the time, and also people who I thought would understand. But my identity is ever evolving, and more precisely I identify, unsurprisingly, as a genderqueer femme, and I don't see my femme as being a compliment to butch in any way, although butches are awesome, but it's a way of, and as another vlogger on YouTube put it, it's a way of being badass about your own femininity, which is exactly how I feel about it. And I think that femininity is a good thing, and it's something to be proud of, and to sort of to flaunt and show off and celebrate about yourself if you feel that way. That being said, while I definitely do not see myself as a man, I don't really have any interest in passing as or living as a woman either. But I dress very effeminately. I don't generally wear a dress like this every day. I usually do wear trousers, but I'm visibly feminine in my everyday appearance, so I wear makeup and I wear quite effeminate clothes and I paint my nails. You can't really tell, but my nails are painted this rather lovely sort of baby doll pink today. And I live my kind of day-to-day life as a visibly feminine male-bodied person, which I get a lot of weird looks, and sometimes it can be a wee bit scary, and I've had people not be entirely on board with it, like my parents, for instance. But I think it's worth it to be who I am. I'm also, as a little side note of that, interested in, so the thing of identifying neither as a man nor as a woman. I'm also interested in gender neutral pronouns, which is the kind of, it's the little sliver in the Venn diagram of life where being a geek about language and being interested in pronouns and being genderqueer kind of crossover. There are more language-based crossovers than that, but it's just that little sliver in the Venn diagram of life. And I think I'd love to occupy a space where people can say Z without putting little mental inverted commas around it, which I do as well. But it's about the principle of common usage and of naturalizing it by use. And if I were in that sort of space, I would love for those pronouns to be used in reference to me, because I don't feel like a she, but being called he makes me cringe as well. So it's a difficult kind of place to occupy, because they're both such loaded words, even though we use them all the time. Also, I feel that part of myself that I am still coming to terms with is making a reconciliation with my masculinity, because when I came out as genderqueer and started presenting in this way, I pushed everything masculine as far away from me as possible. But I think that there are elements of my personality which I've maybe pushed away from me and which maybe I would like to get back a little bit. And so I'm taking that sort of slowly. But it's all part of the rich tapestry, whatever. I think I'd be good on Genderqueerchat because I could offer something a wee bit different. And I hope that I've demonstrated in this audition, but that sounds like I'm in an interview. I hope that I've demonstrated, or in an essay, but it does feel a bit like that, because I'm all kind of poshed up and I'm sitting in front of a desk describing how good I am, which is a slightly uncomfortable experience, but I like this stuff, and I love Genderqueerchat. I think I want to repeat that. I think that is awesome. So yeah, do consider me for the Friday spot. But otherwise, keep up the good work, and cheerio.